Oh, it's on. Right. This is regarding the kindergarten incident of D-0223. Recorded by Jeremy Foam Fisher, regarding an amalgamation of animals and corpses, suspected to be the handiwork of H.T., also known as Homicide Thompson. I'll be starting this anomaly description off by reading its file and then reading the kindergarten incident report. It begins as following. The designation is D-0223. Its containment class is Apex. Its secondary containment class, Infectious. Disruption class, Suspicious. And danger level, Dangerous. Its physical description is as follows. A shambling mass of animal corpses all amalgamated into one body. The leading brain of the head of the body appears to be a white rabbit. It's less decayed and in far better shape than the rest of the body, so it's used to lure in bigger predators for the whole body to devour. It's entirely composed of Dobermans, wild alley cats, house cats, fish, frogs, household pets, and such. Its ability description is as follows. Mimicry of voices, regeneration, and flight, although the flight is limited to 3 feet off the ground. Its blood has a potent toxin that spreads a flesh-eating bacteria on whomever the amalgamation bites and draws blood from. Additional notes are as follows. Its cell is a hard concrete room with steel-infused walls to prevent it from breaking out. So far it hasn't, but it's been very adamant about it. Had it to the walls for hours, and for lack of a better word, it acts like a wild animal. It only eats live meat, so every 2 to 4 days, live cattle are released into its cell, for example, a calf or a couple of chickens. Then it goes into a 13-hour-long rest, laying in the blood of its kill. Regarding any tests and special events, are as follows. So far as tests go, we've tested its blood, and results show that the bacteria is unknown to human science. Further research is required. We also have tested limits of its regeneration. The results have proven frightening. It has proven to nearly fully regenerate after having 2/5 of its body blown off by a grenade. It healed in 2 days and felt more rage after that. I believe it's resentful of our actions. As far as events go, the capture event of this creature was rather eventful. For lack of a better word, we had to skim hundreds of media posts and delete hours and hours of footage from the security tapes. The beast decided to attack a kindergarten. While thankfully no one was killed, 2 agents were harmed by the flesh-eating bacteria and got amputations to their fingers and upper wrists to prevent the spread. While on topic, the kindergarten incident report follows as such. It was there, and God, it was so vile. I hope you'll forgive the shaky handwriting. I'm still recovering from losing my hand to that thing. I don't know even where to start. Once we got there, kids were screaming and running off of toys, and the jungle, and the gym, and teachers were in fear and calling the police, and once we got there, well, it wasn't as fun as we'd hoped. Once we entered, we could instantly smell the awful vile stench of that beast. It smelled awful. It was full of dead bodies in there, but none of them were human. It was every time it scraped across something, an animal would fall off of its body, and ugh, it was disgusting. We found it eventually. Luckily, it hadn't killed anyone, and they all escaped in time. Thankfully, it didn't take too much time to capture it. It instantly saw us and thought of us as food. Once it charged us, we opened fire, but that didn't stop it until one of us were trapped by it. It lashed out its rabbit head at us, and I could swear the teeth on it even looked wrong. They were way too long. It looked like claws from an animal were just stitched onto there, and its eyes were glossy and pale. I didn't know what to do. I only just kept firing at the damn thing, screaming in fear, but eventually it fell. I think it tired itself out from regenerating from our shots, but not before biting my two very, very unlucky operatives. Luckily, one of them only got away with a scratch, and the bacteria didn't enter. But it got me. It bit my finger off, and I could instantly feel it spreading and tearing apart my flesh. My other operative got bit in the wrist, and they were convulsing in pain. We were in so much pain. I can't even describe how bad it was. It was awful. It was so awful. We had to call in backup. They eventually came, and they de-escalated the situation, saying it was just a wild animal that hopped into the kindergarten. Thankfully, they believed us, because even they didn't notice it was anomalous. Once we got into custody, it woke up and it started thrashing at the walls. It started just tearing at them with its claws. We thought it was going to escape, but it tired itself out after 5 minutes of constantly moving around. I'm sorry, this is really hard for me to put down on paper. I just don't want to even relive of that memory. It's so tiresome. Anyway, eventually, when we got into the medical care facility, we had to get our arms sadly amputated slightly. I had to lose a couple fingers, and my friend had to lose their whole entire hand up to their wrist. I can't blame them for instantly quitting the job at that point. That's where the incident report ends. Apologies, my voice is hoarse today. I don't know what's wrong. It sounds lighter than usual. Maybe it's something with what I've been doing recently. It's regarding HT, the dangerous man called Homicide Thompson, a known taxidermist who, regrettably, I had the misfortune of meeting face to face myself. Based on what I know from previous experiences, let's call them, he usually ends up taxidermizing anything that he desires. he stopped with animals about 10 years ago, but it seems this was the last one he did. Possibly in a hurry, I believe. I'm not sure anymore. I thought he was done when he finished me, but of course he wasn't. He just wanted more reasons to test his mutilation skills and sewing skills. I think that's it for this tape. I don't want to talk about this report again. Other than the additional notes. When facing this monster, know that its regeneration happens quickly to small attacks, but it does tire out eventually. If it does ever escape, I hope it never does. I don't want to face it. Even if it does, I don't hope it faces me. That'll be all for now, and this was recorded by Jeremy Fisher. The date of recording is November 3rd. Thank you for listening, whoever is using this tape as a recollection of the events that happened. If you want to learn more about this, I'd suggest just reading the file. I'm not good at this yet. I just started here and everyone's better than me at it. This is one of my first files, actually. I don't hate this job. I want to help these people. What? Right, I'll be there now. Recording ends.